Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Judd here, and I've waited a couple of days to talk about this subject, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to say. Hopefully the good Lord put the words in my mouth. I know what's in my heart, but it's been several days since we lost one half of the Judds, the lovely and talented Miss NAOMI Judd. And I've known, I guess, NAOMI and Winona for I don't know, probably most of my career. Never was real close to them back in the day, but every time I was actually back in the day probably around NAOMI more than I ever was Winona. And I always carried that Judd name, and always after it always said Cledus T. Judd, no relation. And I carried that no relation around forever. It was on my CDs and all that because I didn't want to make them Judds mad at me, trying to infringe on their greatness. And I think it was at a CRS many years ago. I saw NAOMI, and she came up and she said, "So how you doing, Cledus T. Judd, no relation?" And I said, "Ma'am, I'm doing great." And she said, "Well, I've been thinking you've done pretty good last few years, and I think it's about time you drop that relation, that no relation at the end of it, and I think it's time for you to be a Judd." And she hugged my neck. I've actually got a picture of it over somewhere in my storage unit somewhere. And we laughed, and I hugged her neck, and she heard mine. And I think from that point forward, there was no more Cledus T. Judd, no relation. I always said Cledus T. Judd, relation. And I used to aggravate her. I said, "Well, maybe I'll get in that wheel sometimes, maybe I'll get some of that Judd money one day." And we laughed and cut up. And later on in life, time goes by, and Winona became more a friend to me. I didn't see NAOMI much, but Winona to this day is one of the most wonderful, kind people. Eclectic would be a great word for why. I've got hundreds and hundreds of text messages on my phone right here where we have talked at length and shared stories and argued. And man, she chewed me out over a song one time, over 3 feet of water that Brantley cut, and we kind of had that love-hate relationship at one point. But she is she's a dear friend. Several years ago, I was living in Russell, so it had to be 6-7 years ago. I don't remember how long. But we were having a conversation one night, and she was saying, "Hey, I really never had a brother, and if something ever happens down the line," she said, I know you'd be there for me." And boy would I, boy am I, and proud to be. Winona is I don't know Ashley, never met her. I'm sure she's a wonderful human being too, but I know Winona, one of the most talented. They the Judds. They'll always be the Judds. Even though Mama left early, they always gonna be the Judds. Ask Winona, she'll tell you. But with that being said, man, I tell you, it broke my heart. That one took my breath away when I saw that, as I'm sure it did a lot of people when I saw that on the internet. That one took my breath away. And my heart hurt, and still does. It hurts for NAOMI. See, that mental thing, man, is rough, because look, like in an interview when NAOMI said 40 million of us walking around with it. I'm lucky enough, hopefully, that I haven't, since Caitlin's been born, entertained those thoughts. But yeah, that bus gets lonely after you stand out in front of them 2,000 or 3,000 people, or ever how many. You go back to an empty bus, you go home, crawl in the bed. In 2000, I was on that bridge, ready to go too. By the grace of God, I didn't. But what kills me when is, and it's just me talking out of turn probably. I don't know. This thing may be so long I can't even download it. But I think what I read something, that Winona said she passed away at 2:20 on Saturday, and I think within an hour there was a press release that was out, and I read the press release and kind of read between the lines as well as anybody would, and I thought the wording was right. I thought it was great, and it wouldn't have mattered. I don't know how they even put them sentences together. I know I couldn't when my mama died. But then you got them people coming out playing armchair suicide hotline people. You know, oh, I can't believe they just didn't come out and say the S word. And they should have been more open and honest with the public. And no, they shouldn't. It ain't really none of our business what happened. You know, I was just flabbergasted that they put anything out right after their sweet mama passed away. And then you got people going, oh, they should have used the correct wording. And what do they mean by, you know, she passed away to mental illness? They should have told us. They don't got to tell us nothing. They ain't never got to tell us nothing. And y'all need to quit playing armchair, you know, suicide hotline people and dictating what some families should put out for us to read. I thought they did a wonderful job, and if they hadn't put out nothing, would have been fine too. But man, that just killed me and hurt my heart. People won't be so judgmental. Why didn't they say this? Why didn't they tell us that? What really happened? Why did they use the mental illness and not the S word? And thanks People magazine for being the first one to put out the S word, and now let the conversation begin. And I just disagree. That's just me. I don't think they owe nothing to nobody on a press release an hour after their mama's passed away. What they got to come out and say, man, give them some love and hug their neck and love their heart. But man, that just bothers me. That's just me. I may catch hell for saying it, but I'm gonna tell you this much: at the end of this thing, I'm gonna be on Winona's side. I'll tell you that. Because I know her heart. I know Winona Judd. Yeah, I'm name dropping. She's a wonderful human being, and that relationship her and her mom had, yeah, it was crazy. Love, hate, love one minute, hate the next, love one minute. Ain't we all done it? Ain't we all done it? I have. I'm just as guilty, and if you watching this, you have too. My stepkids love their mama one minute, and they may not the next minute, but they always love them. I'm just being facetious on that, but I'm gonna say I got Winona's back, and Ashley. Like I said, I don't know Ashley and don't claim to, but I did know the sweet and talented NAOMI, and I do know Winona, and let's just love them and love them through it, like Martina said. And that's a tough position to be in, to even feel like they gotta put out a press release moments after their sweet mama passed away. I thought they said exactly what they should have said, because it's what they wanted to say, and too damn bad it don't appease a lot of people out there. They didn't like what the comment was. Pitiful, just pitiful. All right, I'm gonna hang up now. I get off my soapbox. Why? We got you, NAOMI. You will be absolutely missed. You were a gem. Thanks for letting me drop the no relation, so I will consider myself always a Judd. Thanks to you. Y'all have a good day.
So rest in peace. Thank you so much for watching. Please see you soon in the next video. I love you so much, and may God bless you. Bye bye.